Beginn. Der Tag, an dem ich im Schwabenländle gelandet bin, war mordsmäßig schön. Ich war in der Stadt, ich sprach dich an und danach waren am Start. Oh, seitdem bist du mir wichtig.
Ist das wahr, Schatzi?
Ja, richtig, hab immer gewollt, neben dir zu erwachen. Schöne Sache, dir in die Augen zu gucken.
99.22 FM. This is Radio Ara.
This is Radio Ara.
Home of African music.
Egal was ich sag zu dir, du willst es nicht glauben, aber ich klär es jetzt und hier. Verstreit hatte bei uns keine Chance. Egal was ich sag zu dir, du willst es nicht glauben, aber ich klär es jetzt und hier. Verstreit hatte bei uns keine Chance. Es war so schön, du und ich. Nun, was ist nun passiert? Manche Dinge haben sich geändert. Nichts ist mehr so wie Sonnenschein. Es war so schön, du und ich. Nun, was ist nun passiert? Manche Dinge haben sich geändert. Nichts ist mehr so wie Sonnenschein. Bin ich vielleicht schuld, habe ich irgendwann was
99.22 FM. This is Radio Ara.
This is Radio Ara.
Home of African music.
Auf dein Mund. Du weißt doch, ich möchte nur mit dir zusammen sein. Ich verspreche dir, ich werde immer für dich da sein. Blümlein, darum brauchst du nicht weinen. Bitte vertrau mir, es gibt keine andere. Egal was ich sag zu dir, willst es nicht glauben, aber
You're listening to only the best radio station, 99.22 Radio Ara. We always give you and play more music live from Stuttgart City, Germany. We already started 2021 with a great sound. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, non-stop African hits, broadcasting live from Stuttgart City to the world. 99.2 Radio Ara FM, a place where music lives.
A new John. The baby's here.
This is the blackest man in Black Africa, Uncle Fred Obachi Machoka. Listen to 99.2 FM Radio R. Wow, wow.
Yes, 99.2 FM from wherever you may be listening to us from. Remember, this evening, yes, we are here and privileged to have you actually listening to us from wherever you may be. Remember, it's your boy Kanido Richard here. Yes, I'm telling you, it's an evening today in the Afro Evening Show. We're going to bring you what's happening actually around the globe, what's actually here in Diaspora, and what is happening actually in our African countries out there. If you are getting us loud and clear, remember, we are live on YouTube. We are live on our Facebook pages out there. If you can just look on what we are doing out there, remember to stream us live on www.cradioR.com. That's where you're gonna listen to us live. It's your boy Kanido Richard here on this evening show. Remember, every Wednesday the Afro Evening Show will be coming to you, yes, one-on-one from 99.2 FM in Stuttgart City. We're gonna be telling you what's actually happening here, what's actually happening around our African countries for the past 1 week, and I'm very sure you are waiting. You want to know what's actually happening out there, what's actually happening to Kenyans and Africans and East Africans and Nigerians here in Germany. And I'm telling you, there is more and more and more that is going to come to you in every Wednesday evening. And yes, for those who are in Germany and for those who are around Europe, you know what we are talking about at this moment of this hour. Yes, you have seen this face, not today, not once. Yes, I remember this is happening here in Diaspora. Remember, this is MS Gillian Luangu Birot, the founder of My Ethic Cooking and Catering, the first African cookery school here in Germany. Remember, this is MS, yes, Luangu Birot, the founder of My Ethic Cooking and Catering, yes, the first African cookery, yes, school here in Germany. And yes, there is some good news, and actually I'm talking about, yes, in Hanau. She is living actually in Hanau, and I'm talking about Lillian the ambassador of Thomas Amolo, Ambassador Thomas Amolo to grace the Kenyan street food cooking event in Hanau. Yes, we are talking about the 17th of July. We are talking about 17th of July. Kenya's ambassador to Germany, yes, His Excellency Thomas Amolo will be the grace the Kenyan street food cooking event in Hanau on 17th July this month. I'm telling you, the special event is organized, yes, by herself, My Ethic Cooking and Catering. If you can see her on our YouTube, if you are streaming live on YouTube or streaming live on Facebook, yes, we are talking about Gillian Luangu Pirot, one of the most famous Kenyan chefs here in Germany. Gillian will be supported by the by Chef Marcus. They will be doing this on the 17th. So check them out there. Remember, it will be one of those rare occasions, yes, that we see to meet Kenya's new ambassador and embassy staff while enjoying delicious Kenyan meals and drinks. Remember, the moderator, the event will be Philip Yambo. Most of you know Philip Yambo. Yes, we're gonna find about how Philip Yambo will be the moderator. And remember, the CEO of Buchezo Mix Excellency, we're talking about, yes, will be there and to entertain you with the latest and hottest Kenyan and African hits. Remember, on this 17th July, the time will be 16 hours Berlin time. Yes, check them out. Remember, the price is 90 per person. A Kenyan street food cooking class, yes, courtesy of Chef Marcus and Gillian. They will be there in Berlin, in Hanau. Remember, yes, His Excellency, as we have said, yes, Thomas Amolo to grace the street food event, cooking event actually in Hanau. Check them out wherever you may be listening to us from. Yes, it's a home of African music. Remember, we're gonna tell you what's actually happening here in diaspora and around the globe. We're gonna go to Kenya, we're gonna go to Nigeria, we're gonna go, yes, all over Africa to tell you actually what is happening out there. So remember, on the 17th, yes, of July, yes, we have Gillian who is going to do, yes, the grill, to cook. Actually, she is the founder, yes, of the first cookery school in Germany. We will have Kenyan street food set up where the guests will be watching, yes, will watch the grill and serve themselves from the 3-course buffet, as she said on her page. The Kenyan street food cooking event, yes, as I said before, will be held on the 17th July from 16 at Philipp Heckstrasse. We are talking about Hanau, Germany. Remember, the event will be held accordance with the current rules, including the protocols in Germany. We are talking about COVID-19. So check her out. I'm telling you, this summer, this is the first summer. Last time we did not have everything. Yes, check her out. Remember, you're listening to the Afro Evening Show. I will be back to you shortly after this short commercial break.
We already started 2021 with a great sound. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, non-stop African hits, broadcasting live from Stuttgart City to the world. 99.2 Radio RFM, a place where music lives. For your daily shows and African hits, Canada, DJ Drazi and Divina Richards on Radio Ara 99.2 FM.
99.2 FM.
Live from Stuttgart City, Germany.
Yes, taking you live from Stuttgart, Germany. Remember, yes, we are talking about what's actually happening. Remember, this is the Afro Evening Show this Wednesday evening from wherever you may be listening to us from. Remember, there's something else I want to tell you before I get out to our African countries out there. We have talked about Gillian Yambo, the event that is going to happen actually on the 17th of July this month. But this picture, you have come along with it. I'm very sure you have seen this picture all over social media. We are talking about the open air Nyama Choma Barbecue 2021. Remember, it will be on the Saturday 11th September. The time will be actually from 12 p.m. Kenyan Ambassador Tom Amolo will be gracing the event again. And remember, Buchezo will be on the house. Remember, this is the first event to be done this year since we had the corona time period. So remember to join them. I'm very sure you've seen this flyer flyer going all over the internet. Remember, it will be Nyama Choma barbecue at in Berlin, in Frankfurt actually. Africans in Germany. Yes, the biggest open air event of the year. Nyama Choma barbecue will be taking place in Frankfurt am Main. I'm very sure most of you have heard where Frankfurt am Main is, and I'm telling you, it will take on the 11th of September from 12 noon. There will be a Nyama Choma barbecue 2021, which will be hosted from the Kenyans here who are living in Frankfurt. Remember to join the occasion. Grace the occasion to know what's happening actually out there, so that we can join and know what is actually happening there. Remember, the location is disclosed is Hanstrasse 75 605 in Frankfurt am Main. Is where we are talking about. This where the Nyama Choma barbecue will be, and will be a nice event for Africans in Germany. If you are coming from Nigeria, you're coming from Cameroon, you're coming from Gambia, remember this is a must attend. Remember, the event is graced by Kenyan ambassador to Germany. We're talking about His Excellency. This time round, it's the first time we're gonna see Mr. Amolo, Tom Amolo, as the guest of honor. Will be there, DJ Buchezo, and the MC Willie Yambo Makora will be always being there at the Nyama Choma barbecue event that is going to take place. I'm very sure you've come along this flyer, and that is what actually is happening here in Germany. There is a lot that is coming for you. Yes, up next, remember to join me. It's the Afro Evening Show at this point in time. Remember, it is 7:09 this evening. Remember, this show will be coming to you actually every Wednesday in the evenings. Don't touch that dial. Remember, it's the home of African music, live from Stuttgart City.
Station with the best music.
I love music.
Oh yes, I got you, baby. I'm telling you, number one African station. For Afro news, Afro beats, and the world hits. Here's updates happening around African countries and interviews and experiences of Africans and their friends living in Europe and all over the world. Most of you are asking, why can't we say this in Germany? I'm telling you, Europa's Nummer 1 Radio. Für Afro Music, Afro Pop and worldwide hits. There's actually ereignisses in African Ländern. Interviews und Erfahrungen von Afrikan und ihren Freunden, die in Europa auf der ganzen Welt leben.
This is your number 1 radio station.
Yes, as you are seeing, number 1 radio station here in Germany, from wherever you may be listening to us from. Remember, we are bringing you is the Afro Evening Show this evening from wherever you may be joining to us from. Remember, if you are in Tanzania, if you are in Rwanda, if wherever you may be listening to us, remember, it's the home of African music. It's your boy Kanina Richards here on this evening show. We are taking you around Africa, we are taking you fast around Diaspora to tell you what's actually happening. We have seen Gillian Luangu, who is going to hold, the first cookery in Germany, and which will be, this is the Kenyan street food. The Kenyan street food is what we are talking about, the cooking event in Hanau. We have actually seen the barbecue Nyama Choma barbecue 2021, which will be held on the Saturday 11th in September this year. So check them out, these guys. You have seen the flyer out there, and I'm telling you, there's so much that is happening here in Germany. Yes, for Africans who are here in Germany, there's so much that is going on actually. But right now, to some tragic some sad news actually. There is a Kenyan here who is known as Anne Gishia, as I understand is Anne Gishia. Anne Gishia lost actually his brother. Anne Gishia lost the late Bernard Njoroge Gishia. For those who are watching us, you can know what you're talking about. Kenyan lady here in Germany suffers a tragic loss of his brother. We are talking about Anne Gishia, who lost his brother here in this July. Remember, the brother to Kenyan Germany Ann Gishia has passed away due to illness. The deceased Bernard Joroge, actually Gishia, died on the 4th of July. Remember, today there is a sitting that actually is being held up. The Post stimulated that the members will be meeting on Wednesday today. There is actually a meeting that is going on as we are talking. Yes, and there is the next meeting that will be held on the 17th of July. The 17th of July, there will be the next meeting that will be happening actually. Yes, in the I'm gonna tell you the location, Müllerstraße 62A. The Müllerstraße 62A, this is where the event that is going to happen. The tragic news was announced by Kenyans United Berlin Brandenburg Facebook group when Ann Gishia is a member of this group. Remember, the Kenyans in Germany passed their condolences to Ann Gishia and wish her that her brother's soul may rest in peace. So if you might be joining them, remember there is stipulated members, that meeting that is actually going on at this particular moment. And if you miss today, don't you worry, I'm telling you, on the 17th of July 2021 there is another meeting from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Remember to join them. For Ann Gishia, we tell her yes, may your brother rest in peace from wherever you may be listening to us from. And from the Radio R team here, I'm telling you our condolences to what happened. Remember to stay tuned. There's more that is coming on what is actually happening here in the Diaspora. We're gonna tell you, and gonna go to our African countries down there. We're gonna let you know what is actually happening all around. Remember, it's your number one African station for Afro news, Afro beats, and the world hits from Stuttgart city here in Germany.
It's hard sometimes, you know. We gon' start this thing, go right. Say what? Got the guns out in the house. We gon' start this thing, go right. Say what? We got the ATL in the house.
You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the world.
Are you living in the Diaspora? Oh yes, 99.2 FM, Radio R.
This is your number one radio station.
Stuttgart, Mannheim, Ludwigsburg, Kassel, Tübingen, Heilbronn, all the way to Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, East Africa combined. Canada Richards and Divino Richard tunawaletea muziki ya kinyumbani.
Tena na tena na tena na tena.
Radio R, tukutane online.
Yes, I'm telling you, there is no any other place than 99.2 FM from wherever you may be listening to us from. Remember, it's the Afro Evening Show, and we are bringing you some events that are happening actually here in Diaspora, and more so, we are going to look at what is happening actually on our African countries. We're going to look at what Radio R tonight has actually tried to search around there, what people are talking, what is going on here in Diaspora since the last week. Remember, every Wednesday, this show, the Afro Evening Show, will be coming live to you on our social media platforms, live on 99.2 FM. And if you want to stream live, remember it's www.cradior.com. You're gonna stream to us live. Remember, yes, there is to the next show. Actually, we have talked about Lilian Luango. We have talked about the barbecue show. Actually, the barbecue that is going to happen on September. We have talked about Ann Gishia, who lost her brother here in Germany. Yes, you can meet with the group there. And then now let me tell you, if you have seen this face somewhere, I know you know what we are talking about. If you have seen this shows, this face somewhere, you know what we are talking about. This is Mary, or let's call her. This is the Kenyan Germany-based radio journalist Terry Chocolate. Terry Chocolate, most of you have known her, one of the best African radio presenters here in Germany. Terry Chocolate, also known as the Proud Chocolate, is one of the most successful African radio presenters here in Germany. She is the founder and CEO of Proud Chocolate Radio, based actually in Hamburg. This is an online radio based in London. The lady, who is originally from Kenya, hosts super audio visuals, entertaining and inspiring programs every day. I'm gonna tell you more about Proud Chocolate from wherever you may be listening to us from. But now, the reason as to why I have Mary Chocolate actually on our screens today here, I'm gonna tell you what this lady is going to do. This will be the first first Kenyan actually who will run for a political seat here in Germany. Remember, we are talking about Terry Chocolate. Most of you know her. Yes, Terry Chocolate from her social media pages. But this time around, it's nothing to do with radio. It's nothing to do about anything. But it is time for political seat here in Germany. Remember, Terry Atieno, aka Terry Chocolate, also known as Proud Chocolate, is a former Kenyan journalist running for a political seat here in Germany. One on a post she made on her social media. I'm telling you, Terry Chocolate told us, I Terry, known as my social media community as the Proud Chocolate, will be on the ballot with the Linke Party ticketing, vying for a seat in my Bootsentendhood, Germany, here at Town County Assembly this September 12-21. It's happening this year. I'm telling you, this will be the first Kenyan to run for a political seat here in Germany. Yes, and many others, I'm telling you. She wrote her on her Facebook page, I came to Germany, Stuttgart first, and then Hamburg as an au pair in August 2025. An au pair, for those who don't know, she came as a house manager actually in 2005, the year in which Dr. Angela Merkel was elected Germany Chancellor, and I felt special because she was retiring as I enter politics. I have always had the political calling somewhere within my inner concerns, judging from my circle of friends, the space I spend my time within, my gift of speech and spirit of straight talk. I always knew the day would come. The path I am taking, especially being away from my motherland, Kenya, I usually know will not be easy but I trust that my God will guide me all the way. I'm going to face it all. I'm going to have endure hit bald ash, but I will dwell on the positive energy that comes on my way. I'm ready for it all, says Chocolate. I'm telling you, if you see this face, you have seen it. Terry Atieno, aka Terry Chocolate, you have seen it here and there. Terry Chocolate, she will. I always had the political calling. She has always had it somewhere within her inner concerns, as she has said. Remember to support her. Remember to come out in large numbers for those people who are living there. Vote for her. The Kenyan journalist and politician in Germany made the argument that the world is now multicultural, with migrants such as herself occupying spaces they had not before, and the walls of exclusion are beginning to be brought down. Remember, Terry Chocolate, one of the best African radio presenters here in Germany, is going for this political seat. All we wish you, Terry, is all the best as you run for this political seat. It's not easy here in Germany. Most of you know about it, but I'm telling you, yes, Glückwunsch, as they always say in Germany, Glückwunsch, Terry Chocolate. Terry is one of the most successful African radios, we have said before, and for those who have seen this face, you know who we are talking about. Remember, it's the Afro Evening Show. We are bringing you one-on-one from Stuttgart City. Remember what is happening actually to our African countries here, to Kenyans living in diaspora, Kenyans living in France, Kenyans living wherever they are living here in diaspora, away from their motherland, Kenyans, Nigerians living here, Ghanaians living here, Gambians living here. I'm telling you, gonna tell you one-on-one on what is actually happening. Remember, it's a home of African music, live from Stuttgart City. There is no any other station that speaks your language other than Radio R 99.2 FM.
Mambo vipi, naitwa Mimi Mars aka the Sugar Queen kutoka East Africa, Tanzania, kupitia 99.2 FM Radio R. Enjoy.
Naitwa Stopper the Rhyme Maker, the bad rapper, the RCD Dan Dada.
Watu wangu kupitia 99.2 Radio R live from Germany.
Yeah, this is Linux Sandem Jada.
Naitwa Matan, msanii wa nyimbo za kizazi kipya nchini Tanzania.
Hello, mambo vipi, what's up? Naitwa Lino Sanga all the way from 255 Tanzania.
Yeah, ni Zedanto hapa ndani ya Radio R.
Yo, tunaitwa wa Africa Music. Yo, bwana, inakuwaje watu wangu? Risho Boy is a business live and direct kutoka Mbeya City. Unasikiliza Radio R au sio 99.2 au vipi bwana?
99.2 FM.
99.2 FM.
Live from Stuttgart City, Germany.
Yes, this is the city. I'm telling you, we are in Stuttgart City, Germany. If you're joining us, it's the Afro Evening Show. Yes, live from Germany here. I'm telling you, Stuttgart City. Yes, I've talked about so many things. I've talked about Gideon Longu. We've talked about the barbecue street food that will be guested by Tom Omolo, His Excellency Tom Omolo. I'm telling you, yes. Yes, the Kenyan ambassador here in Germany. We've talked about Anne Gishia, yes, who lost her brother actually here in Germany. We have talked about Terry Atieno, aka Terry Chocolate, who is going to vie for the political seat here in Germany. But moving a little bit away from Germany, I'm telling you, how much number do you think this year have died on the sea trying to come to Europe? We are talking about the number of immigrants. When you see this kind of picture, you know what I'm talking about. You know what happens. You know what happens from our brothers and sisters who are trying to come to Diaspora, who are trying to come to Europe. You know what I'm talking about. The number of migrants who died trying to reach Europe by sea more than doubles this year. I'm telling you, this is a research that has been done, and remember, the number of migrants who have died at the sea trying to reach Europe has more than doubled this year. The International Organization for Migration said it today, calling on states to take urgent action. Statistics released by the IOM in a new report indicates that at least 1,146 people died at the sea trying to reach Europe in the half actually of 2021. Remember, in the last year in 2020, we have seen 513 had actually died in the same period and tried to reach Africa, and 674 the year earlier on. We are talking about 2019. Remember the report that found that civilian search and rescue organization continue to face significant obstacles on the sea trying to rescue these people. Remember, the report has also mentioned that majority of their vessels got stranded in European ports, largely due to administrative seizures and ongoing criminal and administrative proceedings against crew members. The report comes at a time when intersections of boats carrying migrants off the North African coast are on the rise. Remember, this was a statement made today by the director himself of General EOM. We are talking about Antonio Vitorino. Reiterated the call on states to take proactive measures at reducing the loss of life on a marine migration routes to Europe and to comply with their obligations under internal law. We are talking about the rise of numbers, yes, of the rise and death of numbers of migrants who died trying to reach, yes, Europe by sea. That has doubled this year. We have seen the number last year was 1,146. This year, actually, yes, according to the statistics that has been done. In 2020, it was 513. In 2019, it was 674. So our brothers and sisters who are trying to come to Germany, come to France, come to European countries, yes, you have seen the number is rising, and that's what actually is happening down here. Remember, it's the home of African music. This evening on the Afro Evening Show, if you're watching us on YouTube, if you're watching us actually on our social media platforms, thank you so much. You can always join us and tell us, what do you think? What do you want us to talk about at this evening show? Remember, the Afro Evening Show, we are trying to look at what's happening actually here in Europe and what's happening actually down there in our beautiful African countries. Let me tell you one thing. For those people who come from East Africa, I have some good news for you here. Yes, Phonex capital is actually located in Nairobi. For those people who come from East Africa, you know what I'm talking about. Phonex capital is located in Nairobi, the streets of Nairobi, at Uni Africa House. This is a company that gives out loans to you who wants to start a business out there. So if you have a car and you have a loan out there, remember, Phonex capital will come actually up for you. They will check the value of your car, and if you have your logbook, you can give them your logbook, you can pay them back slowly, start your business out there, take your kids back to school. At this particular point where we are seeing the COVID-19 rising, numbers are rising, yes, and now we can see that they are coming down, the pandemic for the last year. You need some cash. Check out Phonex capital wherever you may be listening to us from. They're gonna assist you, they're gonna do something out there for you so that you may start your business out there, or you may pay school fees out there, or you may sort your financial problems. Take your car to Phonex capital, yes, with your logbook, pay them very slowly, and drive out with your car and some little cash out of Phonex capital. Phonex capital always unlocks your potential.
It is still early, not too late for you. Ehe, na hiyo gari imebrekia wapi jamani?
Phonex Capital.
Kuna nini?
Phonex Capital is here for your auto logbook loan. Remember, no account needed, no CRB check. The process lasts 2 hours and no upfront charges.
Hey, subiri. And where are they located?
Phonex Capital is situated at Koinange Street, Uni-Africa House, 4th floor. You can call them through number 0705 408967 or check them on www.phonexcapitalkenya.com. Phonex Capital, use your logbook to unlock your potential.
Okay.
Powered by Radio Ara 99.2 FM, live from Stuttgart City, Germany.
Yes, we're talking about Phonex Capital. Phonex Capital out there, they're here for your auto logbook loans. And I have some good news actually for you. For those people who are going for summer holidays, we have been talking about the barbecue that is going to happen here in Frankfurt. We have been talking in Hanau, the cookery, the street food that is going to happen there. And there's some people who are going for their holidays out there to Kenya, to Uganda, to wherever. But I'm telling you, if you're traveling to Kenya, I have some good news for you because Jab's Holiday Homes, they are here for you. Remember Jab's Holiday Homes, they are located in Mutwapa, Mombasa. They're gonna give you a very nice service. Facilities are out there. They have good Wi-Fi out there. Actually, they gonna give you can do your baby showers out there. There's some rooms. There's some big rooms to sleep. If you go there with a family, I'm telling you, Jab's Holidays Home, they're here for you. Remember Jab's Holiday Homes, they are also in Nairobi. So if you come to JKIA at night, you don't have to go home at that particular night. They are next. They are a few kilometers from JKIA. We are talking about Umoja Estate. For those who come from Kenya, you know where Umoja is. Remember, next to Oloibon Hotel. Remember, you can dial the number +254. +254 is the code from Kenya. Yes, 791-606-912. Remember, Jab's Holiday Homes are here to cater for you. From wherever you may be listening to us from, remember, it's the Afro Evening Show at this hour, and it's your boy Kanida Richards here. Remember, we shall be bringing you on what's happening here in Diaspora and what's actually going on, yes, on our African countries. And every Sunday, remember to join Aggie's live talk show. Yes, we're gonna talk about Africa, Diaspora. Yes, when you come to Diaspora, what happens here, what actually is done here, what are the challenges that are going here. We talk about what Africans here in Diaspora are doing. This is on Aggie's Aggie's live talk show every Sunday from 4 p.m. Remember to join Agnes K. Flourish, who gonna tell you more about what is actually happening here. And before I talk about the last news we have for the day from South Africa, let me tell you, for those people currently living in Germany, you are living in Frankfurt, you're living in Tübingen, you're living in Mannheim, you're coming all the way, yes, from Hanau. Let me tell you, there is an Afro shop in Stuttgart City, Aggie's Afro Bazaar, Aggie's 11 Afro Bazaar, which is actually coming to online very soon. Aggie's Afro Bazaar has every African food that you really need out there. So if you come from Zambia, if you come from Mozambique, Zimbabwe, if you come from Congo, if you come from Nigeria, Ghana, there are so many stuffs out there. Even this summer, I'm very sure most of you need African attires. Aggie's Afro Bazaar will sort you out. Remember, they are located in Ellingen. Just call the number you see on our screens if you are watching us, and if you are not watching us and listening to us on 99.2 or on www.radioal.com, remember, +491 72 768 5026 is the number to call out there. Aggie's Afro Bazaar in Nellingen, they will sort you out. They have African foods out there. So remember to join them from wherever you may be listening to us from at this point of the hour. Yes, I'm very sure for most of you who have checked news today, you have seen this kind of picture. I'm not only talking about this South African Zulus kings. It says violence brings shame, calls for peace. I'm talking about the South African, yes, remember, they flagged by fellow warriors in traditional dress as the Kwanga. This name I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you, from the Loyal Paris during a ceremony today in Ngoma. I'm very sure the king of South Africa's Zulu community, the country's largest ethnic group, on Wednesday called for an end to unrest after 6 days of looting left scores of dead and battered in economy. They said, and I quote, "I call for peace," Misu Zulu said on a state television. "The violence has brought a great shame for for all of us. He said, adding, the skills is destroying the economy and it is the poor who will suffer the most. We are talking about South Africa. Zulu King says violence brings shame, calls actually for peace. This is what is actually happening currently in South Africa, and I'm telling you, I have had a lot to tell you this evening. Thank you for those who have been watching, and if I can tell you actually for what we have covered this evening, if you're joining us right now on 99.2 FM, remember we have talked about the ambassador Thomas Amolo, who is going to grace the Kenyan street food cooking event in Hanau. That I've told you, yes, and it's going to be hosted by herself, Gideon Luangu, the founder of My Ethic Cooking and Catering MC, the first African cooker in Germany, I'm telling you. Then the second thing that we talked about is the Africans in Germany, the biggest open air event, Nyama Choma Barbecue, to be hosted in Frankfurt. This is on the 11th September. Yes, and I'm very sure you have seen on the social media platforms there is a flyer that is going all along. Remember, Mr. Tom Omolo, yes, the Kenyan ambassador, will also be gracing this event at that Kenyan time. And to the sad news that I told you for this evening, yes, this is Anne Gishia, who lost her brother actually here in Müller-Strasse, one African. I'm telling you, this news was brought actually by the Kenyans in Berlin. Yes, the Kenyans in Berlin. This is a brother to Kenyan in Germany, Anne Gishia, who passed on due to illness. Right away as we speak, yes, there is a sitting that is actually going on, and on Saturday the 17th of July, starting from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m, there will be another sitting. The other news that we checked actually this evening is the Kenyan radio presenter, yes, the African radio presenter here in Germany, Terry Chocolate, who is vying for a political seat. She will be running for a political seat here in Germany. All we wish is all the best to Terry Atieno, aka Terry Chocolate, who is also known as Proud Chocolate, who is a former Kenya journalist running for a political seat here in Germany. All these stories, if you have missed this, let me tell you, go to our YouTube page, you're gonna find it there. I'm telling you, we are actually live, and I'm very sure you're gonna have it. We check the other story, number of migrants who died trying to reach Europe by sea this year, and I'm telling you, the number has risen to 1,146 compared to last year, which was 513, and compared to the previous year, which was 674. Yes, I'm telling you, and this one is all coming. And yes, the news that actually wrapped up this evening is where we checked about South Africa, Zulu Kings saying violence brings shame and calls for political peace. That is what is actually happening on our screens today here from your home of African music. Remember, it's 7:34. Thank you so much for joining us, the Afro Evening Show this evening. Remember, next week, same time, it will be happening here. We might be telling you what's actually happening all over these streets of Germany, all over these streets of Stuttgart, Frankfurt, Mannheim, Tübingen. We're going to bringing you one-on-one on actually what is happening here. Thank you so much. Remember, it has been your boy Candido Richards from wherever you may be listening to us from. Yes, until next week, I'm telling you, thank you so much, and keep on listening, keep on subscribing to our YouTube channel at Radio RFM, at Instagram Radio R 99.2 FM. Until next week, thank you so much. It has been your boy Candido Richards here.
Radio Ara is European's #1 African station for Afro news, Afro beats, and the world heals.
Your music, your
and the experience of Africans and their friends living in Europe.
Dress up for your king so he can feel like the king. Come on, I don't know what I'm gonna cook. What? You've been in the house all day.
And all over the world. For more details and 24 hours non-stop African music, visit www.cradior.com.